Welcome to the next episode of Voices of New York. Yellow cabs are the icons of New York City. You can see them on every corner of Manhattan. However, 2 million vehicles registered in New York City in 2010 made it one of the most congested cities in the United States. That's why New Yorkers are looking for alternative means of transport to commute to the city. Today we will ask them how they travel around the Big Apple.
What means of transport do you use?
I live in Harlem, and I usually take the metro, the train.
I live in Staten Island, New York, which is the fifth borough of New York City, and I have to take a ferry to get to school.
I live in Roosevelt Island, and I take subway or tram to get to Manhattan, or subway to get to Queens.
How often do you ride it?
I ride the subway every day, and my commute, it usually depends between 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how quick the trains are.
I used to do it every day, but I slowly but surely started doing the bus more and more, but I still do it like once or twice a week.
I take tram maybe once a week or twice a week, something like that.
Why do you use these means of transport?
I use this mean of transport because when I moved to this city, I didn't bring my car with me because parking is horrible here. So to get from Harlem to Midtown, that's the only form of transportation that I have.
It's actually pretty nice, you know, in certain weather, because you can sit outside, you can see the ocean, you get a great view of the Statue of Liberty.
I use tram because when I have a little more time, and when I want to enjoy the weather and the view from the tram on Manhattan and on the river, it's quite an enjoyable trip.
What time do you usually travel?
I travel, I think, the peak time during rush hour between 8:30 and 9.
If my class is at 9:30, I have to wake up at 6 and get on the train by 7:15, so I get like a 7:30, 8 o'clock ferry. So a lot earlier than most people.
I take tram when I go to work, so that would be 9 a.m. or so, from 9 to 10 a.m. And when I come back home, it's about 7 p.m.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of using it?
The A line runs express, so it's very nice. You hop on there, and from 125th Street, you can go straight into Columbus Circle in like 10 minutes, which is pretty good. The disadvantages, I would say, mostly is on the weekends when the trains don't come so frequently, and even when they do, there's service changes, so you're always being rerouted. So getting home can sometimes take me up to 2 hours.
Well, the advantages are that it's 20 minutes, and it's free across the water. It's pretty comfortable for the most part. The disadvantages are, there's a lot of tourists, as you can see, and they sort of get in the way more than a lot, and they're really annoying.
Well, the advantage of using the tram is that, well, the view is splendid. It's relatively fast. Sometimes there are lines. Sometimes you have to wait for it for up to 10 minutes, especially at night. That's the disadvantage. But it's a nice thing to do.
How do you pay for it?
I pay for it usually with a Metro card, and it costs me about $104 monthly. Pretty expensive, but I mean that's my only form of transportation. So.
Well, technically it's free. So. But it's not really free because when you get off the train, you have to pay $2.50 for the train. Or if you take a bus here, you have to pay for the bus fare. Or if you drive here, you have to pay $7 for parking. The only way it's actually free if you just walk or bike here.
I pay for it with my Metro card, with the same card that I use for riding the subway.
The subway system in New York City is one of the oldest in the world. It has 468 stations and serves over 5 million passengers every day. It is the most popular means of transport in the Big Apple. And if you want to get to one of the neighboring islands, remember you can always make it in a less traditional way, by taking a tram or ferry. See you in the next episode of the Voices series.